The trek passes through the villages of Pakting, Namche, Tengbuche, Dingbuche, Lukla, Labuche and Gorakshep. From Lukla, the trek follows a river valley to Pakting and Namche, using suspension bridges to make several crossings. It takes 2 days hiking to get Tengbuche is a 6-hour walk from Namche. Passing AMADABLAM, Himalayas, we reach Dingbuche, the peak of Mount Everest. The trek passes through Khumbu Glacier. Our last Everest Base Camp Sherpa. The prominent peak is the summit of Mount from Everest Base Camp. Eyes is the Let's go back to the A1 Kathmandu to Kathmandu's domestic airport is so we travel by taxi to 500 metres. One of the many regions. Our plane is a Twin Otter DC-100, perfect for Nepal's short runways. Our 20-minute flight to Lukla will take us to the mountains. Our guide, Sundar Tamang, is not worried about our landing. Concerned? Referred to as the most dangerous, and for good reason. And takeoffs are towards a cliff, with only a 5-second allowance for error before thinking. We have a 4-hour hike to pack night's accommodation. The hiking paths.
Yeah,
oh,
with the garland.
They put garlands on them.
Flower for that.
Oh, the yellow. Oh, look at them.
Crow. Dog. The festival of
suspension traverse the valleys. It's enough room to squeeze past the porters. The rocky path passes Buddhist mantras ripped. In this part of Nepal, there are no roads ordered on 4 legs. A yak-cow hybrid. Gas bottles back to. Horses are a good way of getting.
special kind of food of Diwali. Yeah.
At Pakting, over, is it
on the Everest Base, and it's beautiful. Outside, you can watch the trekkers go past.
Yeah.
And we just back up.
Lunch is served in
from the summit of Everest.
From the menu, we select Momo.
We just back up.
Pip's ready to explore the village. A big bakery on the
Stop. And Bakery. Pastry.
Shops sell and fresh fruit. Day 1 photos. A market garden. 4 one of many prayer wheels. And all back to Namche. The track follows the river valley and then rises 800 metres. First of the 5 suspension bridges. This base is rolls and pâtés, donuts, pizzas and other unexpected waterfalls. Having morning tea at the Waterfall Hotel. Cheers. 2. More bridge.
Beautiful waterfall.
Bridge number 2. On the right. Is this cat trekking too? This field is being prepared for this. We spot some carried ahead of us. Pip finds welcome to the park end. The entrance to Nuptse. And there is that again. Number 3. Suspend and a Namche, and lunch is not far away. We stopped for lunch at the ship lodge Lhotse. Do 4 going valley. The track is flat, easy. Five. A view down the valley towards these called kachads or kiangs to fuel cooking stove. We've reached the after climbing uphill and yay! Is a major trading village in a protected
lodge is Sakura Lodge.
Sakura rooms. Data falls. Rest stop. More flowers. And on top of the entrance gate is a representation of 2 deers listening to Buddha's first sermon. Day 3 is our rest day. We visit Everest View Hotel, adapt to the altitude. Climb Everest View Hotel. Pip and I both feel effects of height. At the start of our climb, we use a friendly and couple prayer wheels in Namche. This is Konderi, which
This mountain is called Thamserku. Kusum Hanga. Australian kangaroo.
gazing as we walk along.
Lots of tracks on the side.
So this is the prayer flag.
Yep.
You can see hanging on the passes and
Yeah.
mountains.
Yeah.
So it represents, we call it prayer flag. So it represents 5 elements.
Yeah.
So it starts from blue. Blue is sky. And then, what is another color?
White.
White, it's clouds.
Yes.
And fire on the red.
Yeah.
And green for the nature and water. And yellow for the earth. We believe that brings that from this, and we see, and we believe that it's spread for the sentient prosperity.
We have a well-earned tea, a teapot, better value. Too?
Nuptse.
Yeah. Here, that'll be Mount
Everest View Hotel.
and we have Khumbu, a bakery in Khumbu. Black cheese croissant looks the go. Yep. A chocolate brownie. Yak is called a jopki. No trucks here. Rocks are carried on foot. On our way back to Nuptse,
The Hillary School in the This is a survey run by the British Antarctic of the glacial thickness Himalayan area. We're going to start running tomorrow. There.
we wanted to locate the position where this 40-year-old photo of Namche was taken, and we found it. Back in Namche, it's time for dinner.
Just had potatoes. Chow mein and
Yeah. Mushroom soup. Now I'm having Day 3 photos. Rest. Tomorrow we'll be in Tengbuche. Cake, barney, afternoon tea, and dinner. Our hike to Tengbuche, 100 metres lower, and then 600 monastery.
Just out of Namche. This bit's the valley we walked up. Bottom of the valley just in front of the river which we climbed or crossed the river with. We used the top bridge and up this hill up to Namche.
Improvements are great.
First track. That's the behind.
Napkin दिनु भएको छैन त्यो
That's the stupa of AMADABLAM.
Antenna for a test run on the glacier.
The right-hand side of the track, stonework that's been to make the level. Obviously, laying all those stones. And there's some. Our lunch spot is down by the river, and yeah.
What's that mean?
Morning tea.
Today is at Kangjuma.
Okay, we've got little village.
Bakery and cafe.
Yeah,
Just chocolate croissant
yeah.
and tea.
We've got lovely in the back.
Looks like that. That'll be fatty body and big wing.
It's really nice.
Junction.
Just come from Namche Bazaar. Yes, village, which back that way go, and is the way to
Where we're having
where we're going to sleep the night. This is descending down to Tungbuche.
Which is at Bungi. The bridge is busy. How
Start of the trek up the hill. Tourist checkpoint.
Oh wow, we're right next to it. Fantastic.
Monastery is the last. Tonight, Hotel Himalaya. Night. And Mount Everest.
Out of our window. In the distance, Everest. This is the peak.
This is the monastery. Conch shells. The Himalayas. Meanwhile, however, we decide to have after. This home with supplies. The setting Lhotse and Mount Everest, actually losing its colour. Macaroni, egg. A recap of our journey today. At this book, the stupa, Jane from Scotland, Junction, down to the river, lunch, our guide Sunda, glacial outburst flood warning. It's still 18 hours to Everest Base Camp. The Hotel Himalayan, the bakery, sunset on Mount Everest, our room, and dinner. Day 5, we passed through Pangbu, the last major village before base. The valley, we can Kangjuma village where we stay, and Khumbu where
Buche.
bridge, which will take us to Pangbuche from to the distance. Another stupa along.
Pangbuche.
Morning tea at Everest View.
These are yaks. Track up to Ding.
The river is narrow enough here to be crossed on a steel bridge.
Dingboche is in the distance, not far away. And we're well on the track toward down the hill. We'll be in a lodge somewhere in the mountains behind us.
Locals are gambling. Our home tonight is the mountain.
We're sitting in Dingbuchi, view of AMADABLAM.
Yeah. If we move it. AMADABLAM from this angle.
Just been to the bakery. Cinnamon scroll.
Yep.
Stuff.
What was that like?
Very nice. Tea house. Friday.
I've got fried potatoes. So we're tomorrow, but it won't.
It's called the acclimatization.
We're going up another 500.
5 in photos. Tawache. The view fascinates. Ah, that's what he sees. Downhill. Easy trekking. AMADABLAM draws nearer. Prayer flags. Fuel for the winter fires. Nearing Shamare for lunch. Billy and Jane. More autumn colour. Nearing Dingbuche. An old stone hut. Duck thorn juice. Kettles on the stove. And dinner.
Well, today is day 6, Acclimatization day again, and up hill, up there to acclimatise. But tomorrow we head along that valley and around, yeah, and Buche, which is down there behind us. Is that right?
Yep. Against.
And AMADABLAM.
Just there.
Yeah. Around it. So we've got a different view on it at the moment. Dogs chasing.
Black goats on the cliff face.
Is it at the top?
Just below. You can see a goat there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And the dogs are gone. Can't...
Feeling great.
I feel fine, and I was 75.
I haven't done that. Still above 70.
Yeah.
Wait, a bit above.
It's going to drop again.
Action.
Action.
From Switzerland, I'm Heidi, and I stay at the highest of Switzerland. This is 4,600.
Yeah. Up from Dingbuche this morning, acclimatization 4,800 metres. We're going got AMADABLAM
Base camp.
behind us. It's got yellow tents, and there's a lake next to them.
Today the locals are basking. Day the start of our climb, getting higher. Billy and Jane and our guide behind us to Tawache and Lhotse, AMADABLAM, and at 4,800 metres. Day 7 is the hike through LUKLA to Lhotse. We hope to reach
The pyramid island Chipalu.
our pace out of by the altitude. Out of altitude, the need to be alert to symptoms and bees. The most important, lower quick.
Yeah. Everest Base Camp's around the corner. On a bit. Che is the village down there. Icy water. Gold it got overnight. Old hut along the trail. And a Dublin in the background.
That is our launch. It is and then to Nuptse.
Up the hill. Landslide 2 years ago. People are crossing on the rocks. And then up to our things left of the Iron Bridge.